Good afternoon, Johnsburg Junior High School friends and families. I'm Dr. Pierce, and welcome to this week's edition of the Parents Peak. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. I am flying solo today, so like I said, spring is here. Today is Cinco de Mayo. It's hard to believe that we're down to the last three weeks of school, 3 or 4 weeks. So, a couple things. First of all, as I mentioned last week, this is Staff Appreciation Week, so we couldn't thank our staff enough for all that they do, and thank you to our families that have donated and sent kind words and emails and all that kind of stuff. So we definitely appreciate that. Our staff does amazing, and they're appreciated all year, but it's nice to have those special little treats and those other things throughout the week. Kind of along those lines is that I had a few staff members today say I wish we had a Parent Appreciation Week. So we definitely appreciate all our parents, and you guys truly know that what you do for our school and community is something that's extremely special. And I know we don't always see eye to eye, and that's okay, because we're doing what's best for the students. And we always hear that phrase, it takes a village, and it starts at home, and you guys do a phenomenal job. So you don't have a formal Parent Appreciation Week, and I know, myself being a dad, I don't get a Parent Appreciation Week. But I know our kids care about us, and I know your kids care about you. So no matter what they say sometimes, I know how difficult it can be, we truly appreciate it, and they especially appreciate all you do. So thank you guys. Also, our book fair is going on here for this week at the junior high. So if you're interested, you can swing by. The students will have information as well, but those book fair proceeds go right back into our library. So I know Mrs. Reinhardt does a nice job and works really hard to get that up and going. So thank you for supporting our book fair. And like I said, all the proceeds and profits and all that stuff come right back into our library. And I would say, if you've been here, we have a phenomenal library. So these programs like that kind of support that. Scholastic Bowl, they had their regionals last week. Unfortunately, they came up a little short, but they had a really great season. I think overall it was very successful. They ran into some very hard competition at regionals. And like I said, the season ended, but I would say it was not a failure of a season at all. It was highly successful. So congratulations to those athletes and Mrs. Reinhardt for another awesome Scholastic Bowl year. Also, track this week. Tomorrow they're at McHenry, and then Thursday they're home. I'm not sure against who, but we have track Tuesday and Thursday this week. And then finally, like I said before, we're wrapping up the school year. Let's please make sure our students are staying up on their grades. We want to make sure that once the year ends, we end on that high note. Let's get our grades in, and behaviors. And we mentioned last week, we've seen an uptick in behaviors. I know the weather's getting nicer now, but let's remember and remind our students to be respectful of not only themselves and other people, but the school is in general. So that's really all that I have for today. It was great to see everyone. So have a great week, a great day, and we'll see you next Monday.